Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making witches' bells. These bells are a charm that you hang on your door. You can hang them on your bedroom door or your front door, and the bells themselves, the sound, cleanses the energy. So it prevents any negative energy from getting into your home and your space, and they're also really beautiful. So let's get started and I shall show you how to make some. So to start with, I'm just going to talk you through all the different ingredients we're using to make this. So the first item that we need is a ring. I'm using a natural vine ring as the base for my bells. The circular shape represents protection, unity, and the never-ending cycle of energy. Vine is also connected to nature's resilience and strength, but you could use wood or metal. Just remember that the ring is representing the protection and the never-ending cycle of energy. Next, I have these gorgeous brass bells. Bells are the key part of this protection charm, the hanging bells. The ringing sound is believed to break up stagnant or negative energy, and it prevents unwanted spiritual influences from entering your home. So the sound cleanses the energy and prevents anything negative from coming into your home. I have 6 of those. To attach those to my ring, I'm going to be using this jute string. Its natural fibres are ideal because they keep the energy grounded and connected to earth energy, and I like to use only natural materials. Next, we have a cinnamon stick. Cinnamon is incredibly powerful spice in magic. It offers protection, speeds up manifestation, and invites prosperity. It adds both spiritual and physical warmth to the home. This is an excellent one for this project. Next we have rosemary sprigs for cleansing and protection. Rosemary is known as one of the best herbs for cleansing and protection. It clears out negativity and strengthens the protective energy of any spell work or charms. I have this one growing just outside my home, so I have collected some to use on this, as it is a home protection spell, so this one is perfect for this situation. Now I have some dried lavender sprigs, again from my garden, so these are from my home. Lavender is used for peace, purification, and spiritual protection. It helps create calm, a balanced atmosphere while keeping the negative energies away. Plus it's really pretty. Next, again, something I'm lucky enough to grow in my garden. I have a massive bay tree. It's huge. So I have collected some bay leaves and dried those. Bay leaves are for wishes and protection. They're often used for protection and manifestation. They act as a barrier against negative energy and can also be used to write intentions on before they're burned in place of spells. You could write your intention on them. I'm going to use them as a decorative detail on this, so I won't be burning them, but I may write an intention on them before I attach it to my bells. I will also be adding a few drops of my protection oil to enhance the energy of this charm. Oils are great for sealing in intention and amplifying magical properties of all the ingredients. I got this one from Sons of Asgard in Glastonbury, and I love their products, but I also make my own. So if you're interested in a video on how to make protection oil, please do leave a comment below and I shall make one of those for you. Lastly, I have my sage incense. So incense is used for cleansing. So I'm going to cleanse all my ingredients before I use them. And once I have completed it, I shall pass them through the smoke of the incense, cleanse and charge them. Smoke is a powerful tool for purification and setting magical intention. So once I have finished making this, I shall have a moment of setting my intention and passing it through the smoke and putting my intentions into the charm before I hang them. So to start with, I'm going to cut some lengths of the jute string. We want the one in the centre to be longer than the two either side, so I'm going to cut this one at 45 centimetres and these two at 35 centimetres. So I shall cut those now. Okay, so I have my three lengths, two 35 centimetres, one 45 centimetres, and I'm going to tie my bells to the bottom of each string, and I'm just going to use a simple knot. I quite like the rustic look of a real knot. Just keep it really simple, pull it nice and tight, one on each end of each piece of string. So I shall do that to the other two. I just wanted to add, as I'm tying each knot and doing each part of this charm, I am setting intentions. I am thinking of protection. I am thinking of a happy home where there's lots of laughter and we are safe, and all of the things I am doing it with the intention of a happy home, a safe home, and the magic will seep into each part of this and it becomes yours. It becomes something special to you in your home, and something you'll probably want to keep for many years to come. So now it's the time to attach those to the ring. So I'm going to take my long one first, and I'm going to make it so they're at an odd length. I think they look nicer when they're sort of staggered. And then you have your loop at the top here. I'm just going to thread that through and thread those through the loop, making sure that one's a little bit longer than the other, and then just tighten up that loop. So that, because the loop is going that way around, I'm going to have it facing this way. So this is now the front of my ring, and then I'm going to do the same with these two. So I went that way, didn't I? So if I go this way, that should be the right way around. Through there. Yes, that's right. Making sure one is a little longer than the other. Untangle them and then tighten that off, leaving a little gap between each one. And then the third one. I do love the sound of the bells. Each one of these has a slightly different ring. It's really lovely. I shall link any products I have used below so you can get the same ones. Okay, so those are now attached, and like I said, they're sort of staggered in length. I may just adjust those slightly, so that one's a little bit higher and that one's a bit lower. I'll have a little fiddle with those. So next up, I'm going to add the cinnamon stick, and this was quite simple. I just adjusted these knots slightly to loosen them up, and then just thread that through. Like so. Again, adding intention. This is bringing prosperity, happiness to the home. As I add that, thoughts of prosperity, which we all love, a bit of prosperity. So that's that. So next up are the herbs. I'm quite lucky with my ring. It has wire around it already. If yours doesn't, you may require some wire to attach these, or some string. But I'm simply going to just try and place these through the wire so they sit let's see if I can get that through there. Yes, and then just I'm going to try and tuck it underneath. It's quite a long stem, I might be able to trim that. Get in there. That's it, lovely. Well, it's got very windy outside all of a sudden. I can hear the wind blowing. It's lovely and cosy in here. So I'm so lucky and blessed to be in my cosy home, making protection charms for my cosy home. There we are. I might trim that bit rather than tuck it in. So that's the rosemary added. And if I should tuck that down a little as well. We have our bay leaves. I'm going to write an intention on this one, and then I'm going to slip it into there. So I shall come back once I've written my intention. So my intention is written on the back of there. I just used a felt pen. You can use anything you have to hand, and I'm just going to attach that one to the side. See if I can get it under that wire a bit more. There we are, lovely. Yes, that looks nice. I'm keeping it all to one side. It's just visually I quite like things to be a little lopsided. It appeals to my eye. So I have added that, and lastly I'm going to add some lavender. So next up is lavender. I've placed one lavender in there already, and I'm just going to loop one more in to complete the look, because I think that looks really pretty like that. Just need to trim the end. Oops. Trim the end there and then just adjust it slightly. Tuck that under, then that will sit nicely like that. Oh, it's lovely. It's really pretty, really simple, easy. It's a very calming craft. I didn't take any loud equipment or anything too complicated. The cinnamon stick is a little loose in there, but once I hang it up, the bells, the weight of the bells will tighten the knots and hold that securely in place. It's only because I'm lying it down that it's loosening the knots. But this is how it looks. I absolutely love it. So for my last flourish, I will be adding my protection oil to the ring, just 3 drops. I shall do that in a moment when I'm setting my intentions just before I hang it. But if you enjoyed this video, please let me know by giving it a like. It really helps me out and tells me that you might like more witchy DIYs like this one. I've got loads more crafts coming up, so if you want to see what's next, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. And if you're making your own witchy spells, I'd love to hear about them. Do tell me how yours turned out in the comments. So that's all for today. I shall see you very soon.